So in 2015, I was actually working for a technology company, and I was handed a list with a group of businesses to build a relationship with. Clean the World was on that list, but there was a line drawn through it. I didn't know why there was a line, but I proceeded to go in there anyways. When I walked through the door, it was different than any other business I had visited that day. So I asked the question, "What do you guys do here?" And I was given one simple, very powerful response. We take soap from the hotels and the bottles, we recycle them, we repurpose them, and we save children's lives and also get soap to those in need. And that was all I needed to hear. I walked out of there that day and I looked at one of my colleagues who was with me and I told her, "I'm going to work there." And she laughed at me and she asked, "How on earth are you going to go work there? You have 20 years in business development. How are you going to use it to go to clean the world and save lives?" And it didn't matter to me because that day, that response struck me right in my heart. And I knew that it was laid there for a reason and for a purpose. So I came back to the office and I told everybody about my day, and I told them I was going to go work at Clean the World. And one of my favorite coworkers looked at me and he said, "You weren't supposed to go in there that day. There was a line drawn through it." And I said, "Well, actually, I was supposed to go in there today because of what I felt. I know I'm supposed to work there and be a part of the team." And so fast forward 3 years, we both left the company and I received a phone call. And he said, "Are you local? I want to tell you about my brand new job." After that conversation, we talked about me interviewing at Clean the World. That was when I was contacted by HR and there was a position available between Las Vegas and Orlando. That position doesn't even exist anymore, but at the time I wanted to interview. It was for business development, so I thought, perfect, I can actually use my skills and go work there and help save lives. So I went through the interview process and I actually got to the final part and I was asked the question if I had any experience in corporate social responsibility, and I didn't. I had 20 years in business development. So it was that very honest answer where I said, no, I don't have any experience, that actually caused me to be eliminated from the interview process. But I knew that Clean the World had not been laid upon my heart by accident. So I actually thanked HR for the opportunity and said, I know our paths will cross again. I know I'm supposed to be a part of that team. Fast forward to the end of the year, and I received another phone call. I came in, I interviewed, and I ended up coming to work at Clean the World. And the really cool part of the story is that coworker had said to me when I was interviewing, "Amy, have faith. I promise you'll end up exactly where you're supposed to end up in the company." And 4 months into my employment at Clean the World, I was taken aside and asked if I wanted to come work for this new team. It was the Corporate Social Responsibility team. And they asked me if I would manage the East Coast. And so I ended up exactly where I was supposed to. And that's not even where the story ends. A couple weeks ago, I was approached again, and I was asked if I wanted to speak on behalf of Clean the World and oversee our community engagement program and still be in charge of corporate social responsibility for the state of Florida. So that is my aha moment about Clean the World. I know that there was an absolute purpose, that I was brought here, and that I was supposed to be a part of a team that saves lives.